Welcome to the No Spin News, Tuesday, December 3rd, 2024. Stand up for your country. Some are saying that Joe Biden's legacy, presidential legacy, has been shattered by the Hunter Biden pardon. So my question is, what legacy is that? What are we talking about? So his 4 years, almost 4 years now, have been a complete failure across the board. And I know people don't believe that, some people, but they don't want to believe it. You could present all the evidence, and I have. If you read Confronting the Presidents, I've got Joe Biden's second worst, and I back it up. And everything that I predicted about Joe Biden has come true. But the one big thing is you open the border and 14 million foreign nationals come in here unsupervised, and you have not explained why you did that. And for years, you denied that there was even an open border, Mr. President. Come on. So this is a disaster. And the Hunter Biden thing just is basically that little cherry that you put on top, and then it's over. The decorations are over. So we're going to get to President Biden in a moment. But the Hunter Biden is being overhyped. And I knew it would happen. We went through this last night. We played you my soundbite. And it's not really about that, about Hunter Biden evading punishment. It's not. What it is that the Biden administration, and I'm including the vice president years, were, let's just say, very dubious because he used his power to enrich his family. And there is no question about that. And when you go throughout history, a lot of presidents did a lot of bad things. That's up near the top. But again, we'll get to Mr. Biden in a moment. First, the talking points memo, reforming the federal government. This was a big promise made by Donald Trump on a campaign trail, and he's got to do it, and he knows it, and he is appointing people he believes can accomplish that. Reforming the federal government, better known as draining the swamp. Okay, the latest is Kash Patel. So we've had Mr. Patel on this program. He's a very intelligent guy. He's got national security experience. There's no reason on earth that he can't run the FBI. I would assume that if he gets confirmed, that he will hire experienced FBI personnel to help him run the day-to-day. But the philosophy is that Kash Patel is going to basically break that entire bureau down and rebuild it, and it needs to be rebuilt. Okay? So the reason that there's so much objection on the left to Kash Patel isn't because he's a designated hatchet man for Trump, and he might be, but that's not the reason. The left does not want the FBI dismantled because it's a leftist concern. It's run and has been for more than a decade by ardent liberals. And they want to keep that power. That's what it's about. So I was on News Nation last night, and here's what I said. Go. Kash Patel is a good guy to have running the FBI. I hope that he picks as assistants, Mr. Patel is a very smart man, people who are within the FBI who have survived this horror and can advise him on how to run it day by day. But if you think that the Federal Bureau of Investigation would totally booted the Hillary Clinton national security on her personal phone, totally booted Russian collusion, totally ignored influence selling by the Vice President of the United States, if you think that this agency doesn't deserve to be blown sky high, then you're just simply wrong. So I want Patel in there. I want him to dismantle the corruption. And he will. And I think he's going to get confirmed. Although there are a couple of wavering Republican senators, I think he'll get through. Because if most of the Republican senators vote to confirm Kash Patel and a couple don't, that's not going to be a good thing for those people. And it's all about self-interest in Washington, as you know. Now, all of this maneuvering into the various agencies is because of Trump's first term. So Donald Trump came in and appointed people, you remember, who was the first Attorney General? Jeff Sessions. And they just ran him around. I mean, Sessions didn't know what he was doing. He finally got a professional in there, Bill Barr, to be Attorney General. But Barr did not drain the swamp. He didn't do anything to stop the left-wing culture. In fact, I think he liked it, Barr. So Trump got frustrated and angrier because the people that he appointed to try to reform the government didn't do the job. So now he's going for the bomb throwers. Now, some of those bomb throwers have hurt him. All right, Matt Gaetz, not qualified. Okay, Pete Hegseth, not qualified. And he's not going to get it. All right, Bobby Kennedy Jr., not qualified. Although I'm very sympathetic to RFK Jr.'s food campaign. Now, I would make him an advisor. But you've got to have some semblance of experience to run these operations and to know who's hurting the country and who isn't. So it's going to be different this time around. Patel, I believe, will be the FBI director. And I'm praying that the most powerful law enforcement agency on earth, the FBI, becomes honest again. Wouldn't that be nice? And that's a memo. Okay, Joe Biden's over in Africa. He's having celebrations over there, doing something. Nobody's quite sure what he's doing, but he's there. This is very excellent, as Wayne and Garth might say. He's lucky he's there, because if he's here, it's all about Hunter. Now, President Trump did something very kind today. On November 21st, there were 3 Palm Beach County deputies killed on a roadside accident. They were investigating, and a speeding Jeep, killed them all, smashed them on the road. So President Trump went to the memorial service today. And that was a very kind thing to do. Joe Biden wouldn't have done it. Okay? There's no way on earth he would have done it. And I know it's close by. I know all that. But that's what he did. Didn't get much print at all in the media. All right, let's go out to California. Now, this is a fascinating story. So Governor Newsom, who believes he's still a viable national political candidate, he's not. He's done. Okay, but he held a special session yesterday in conjunction with the California legislature. I don't really know what that means, to oppose Donald Trump. They're setting up resistance in California. Okay, I mean, so what, right? We went over this. If Governor Newsom fails to obey federal law, I'd have Kash Patel arrest him. In fact, if I were Kash Patel, I'd go arrest him myself, like J. Edgar Hoover did with, who did? I wrote Killing the Mob. Who did Hoover put the cuffs on? Was it Pretty Boy Floyd? One of those gangsters, because they were saying bad things about Hoover. But anyway, if I'm Kash Patel, I'm the FBI director, and Governor Newsom violates federal law by obstructing investigation, whatever, I go out there, Sacramento, and I put the cuffs on him to tell everybody, hey, we're stopping this. Right. You didn't vote for this economy, but you're paying for it at the pump, the grocery store, and through that stack of unpaid bills. Financial stress crushing. The solution? donewithdebt.com. Unlike the others, Done with Debt has new aggressive strategies that free you from debt without bankruptcy or loans. They will negotiate with your creditors so that you'll have more money in your pocket from month 1 and every month until you're debt free. And the best news, Done with Debt is accepting new clients. But don't wait. Some of their debt strategies are time sensitive. Let Done with Debt hit the debt reset button for you and make your money yours again. But again, this is time sensitive. So visit donewithdebt.com or call 888-322-1054 right now. Chat with one of their debt relief strategists for free. Go to donewithdebt.com, donewithdebt.com. Okay, I just finished my YouTube address on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Bill O'Reilly, free. Hope you sign up. It's on woke companies, so we all have decisions to make about gift giving and in our personal lives, what we want. And maybe you don't want to buy from crazy left companies. I don't. Sorry. I wouldn't buy from a crazy right company either. I mean, if there was let's say a Mussolini ice cream company, no, not doing it. But there isn't. But there are crazy left companies and some big names. So I name them all, not all, but all the big ones on our YouTube address. Let's go to the mail. Howard Flower, Holtzville, New York on Long Island. But I'm curious now, the Republicans gain power. Do you think they will continue to pursue the lingering question of whether or not Joe Biden personally benefited from his son and brother's business? I do not think they will do that. Could. It's all up to the Attorney General, Pam Bondi. I don't think Trump wants to do that, but I could be wrong on that. Paul Befinis, Itapina, Brazil. All right, they love us in Brazil. Bill, corruption can now be spelled Biden. Not arguing with that. I'm not arguing with that. I believe that Joe Biden practiced corruption. Not wrong on that. Dan O'Brien, Cameron, North Carolina. Can a president pardon someone of a crime they haven't yet been convicted? Yes, blanket pardon. Richard Nixon. Gerald Ford, pardon him. Yes, you can give a blanket pardon. Got to leave the guy alone. That's what Hunter got. On the message board, we go to Phil, concierge member. Now, this is a great opportunity to give someone a very, very nice gift. Concierge membership on BillO'Reilly.com. Means my team is on their side if they get into any trouble at all or whatever. You know, or they want to know more stuff. Concierge membership, BillO'Reilly.com, gift. And you get a free book. Any book you want. So Phil says, I think Mr. Trump, the last time he was president, didn't know how bad the so-called swamp was. This time he does. I think that's why he's putting people he can trust in place. Bingo. Absolutely correct. Very astute, Phil. Susan, I agree. NPR being funded by taxpayers is a scandal. There's no reason why people who want to listen to Tokyo Rose propaganda, I like that, all right, shouldn't pay to subscribe. Not just NPR, PBS. All right, both of them get more than 500 million tax dollars a year. No more. Let them compete. Susan is correct. Daniel Renth, Columbus, Ohio. At our family gathering this week, my nephew, who will soon begin college, told me he wanted to become a journalist. I've decided to give him a subscription to BillO'Reilly.com so he can follow your example. Excellent. But just know, and I think your nephew will be fine majoring in journalism, but he should have a minor in English or history or political science. The jobs for journalists now are shrinking because the corporate media is done. But it's still a worthy profession if you do it honestly. But I would minor in something else. Tom Criswell, Rogue River, Oregon. Rogue River is one of the beautiful raft trips I've ever taken. If you ever get a chance to raft the Rogue, boy, it's great. Loved it. Bill, my wife and I have read all the Killing books, terrific source of history. We're halfway through confronting the presidents. The thing that sticks most in my mind, each of these men were flawed. We all ought to do a better job of not placing presidents on pedestals. That's right. And that's why we wrote the book, to humanize them all. All of them, all 45. Because all human beings are flawed. And, you know, look, FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, great president. Would I have lunch with him? No. I probably would as a journalist, but not a good guy. Arrogant, not a good guy. So, you know, the old cliche is take the good with the bad, but you'll learn about them all in confronting. David, concierge member. Thank you, David. You know, Bill, Today's No Spin News broadcast, this is last night, Monday, is one of your best. This comes from a guy who's been watching and listening to you as a premium and concierge member for the past 24 years. Wow. David, thank you. Thanks for your loyalty. Okay, let's go to the Christmas store and save you some money, right? All right. Is that a good thing? Especially live in California, you need as much money as you can get. So number one, we have a cutoff date for signed books. It's coming on up. So get those orders in now. I'll personalize books for you. I'll sign them for you. Just get those books in. Then we have the full Killing series plus Confronting the Presidents all in one bundle. 14 separate gifts. Or you start a library. Or you give 7 away, you keep 7. There's a lot of things you can do. This will save you huge money because everybody likes these books. You don't have to like me to like the books. They're good. They're fun. You learn a lot. Then we got Not Woke Gear. Flying, our biggest seller ever. We got the polos. We got the tees. We got the mugs. We got the bumper stickers. United States of Trump. You want to know about them? Here it is. No puff piece either. And you get a Not Woke bumper sticker when you buy the book. And finally, the mug collection. We will sell out of these. Not Woke, Team Normal, Stand Up for Your Country, all together. And you can give them as gifts. You can keep them. Fabulous. BillO'Reilly.com Christmas store. Christmas and Hanukkah on the same day this year. We will be back with a final thought about how the folks saved America. By now, you have heard me talk about Delta Rescue. They are a fantastic organization that helps rescue animals from the wilderness. You know, I'm a dog lover, so is Leo Grillo, the founder of Delta Rescue. It is his life's mission to provide everlasting care for these once abandoned animals. I myself have donated to Delta Rescue. Do you believe it is part of man's duty to care for dogs and horses? The animals that so much of our history is tied to? If so, please consider making a donation or consult your advisor about leaving a gift in your will or trust. There can be some tax advantages, and it's a great way to help Delta Rescue accomplish their mission. So please visit deltarescue.org to learn more. That's deltarescue.org. Today's economic climate, very stressful, as you know. But with the Fed finally dropping interest rates, there's no better time to put you and your family in a better financial position. As a homeowner, American Financing can help you free credit card debt by using equity. They've already helped thousands of families just like yours. On average, American Financing saves borrowers more than $800 a month. That's like a $10,000 raise in the marketplace. Better yet, it costs nothing to find out how much you can save. They are even closing some in as little as 10 days. And if you start today, you may not have to make next month's mortgage payment. There's no better time to turn your situation around. Please call today, 888-462-9557, 888-462-9557. 9557, AmericanFinancing.net. Okay, final thought of the day. I wrote a column on Sunday, and we discussed this with Victor Davis Hanson earlier in the program tonight. It was really you guys. It was the regular folks. And Hanson is right, and Trump is right. There are no ordinary people. There's regular people, all right, that work hard, we're honest, want the best for our friends and family, we're generous, regular people. Saved us. I knew that Trump was going to win because I'm an analyst and I got the numbers and all of that. But when I was wrong 2 years ago about the red wave, I went, man, are most Americans that far gone? They can't see the danger of this progressive movement? They want to take your freedom away. The progressive movement wants a big central government telling you and me what to do, taking our stuff. You want that? And 2 years ago, it was, but then 4 weeks ago, Everything changed. History changed. And the folks did it. You overcame the corrupt media. You overcame the massive spending. You overcame all of it. The bogus lawfare cases against Trump. You just threw it all out. You saved us. So that is my column on Bill O'Reilly. And it's titled, The Folks Saved America. You ought to keep that column because that gives us all hope. We are still the greatest nation that does the most good in the world and provides the most opportunity for people who are here. Thank you for watching and listening to the No Spin News. We'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.